Hello, hello, hello. So I have an issue here with my phone. It says I have liquid in the charging thing.
And it has to charge.
And I need to charge it. What do we think? Should I try blow drying that? The thing? What do you think?
Mom?
Yeah.
What about you tell them if this happened before, then tell them any ideas how to fix the phone.
The phone?
Okay, tell them.
Hi, Adonis.
Mom, tell them.
I'm asking them. Anybody have any ideas? Should I try to blow dry it? Should I try to blow dry that?
I'll tell them.
Avery, I just did.
Mom, I'll tell them a few other ones.
Okay, Leo's son, General.
Mom, I'm serious. Okay, tell them a few other ones.
Leo's son, anxiety eases and moves into the past when you listen to your intuition. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Listen to your intuition. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the month.
Mom?
Yeah.
I'd like to know a few things about that.
About what?
A few questions.
All right, go ahead.
So did this happen, you guys? Like the water or coffee went into the area where you're supposed to put the charger in? I do not know what it's called, but that area. Because she has it. And do you guys have any idea how you could get it to charge without the water in there? Like, I feel like blow dry it might get it on fire. Then
No, and the blow dryer won't set it on fire.
yeah, or maybe you could just get
Amber,
hot.
love.
Or maybe just like
Explore your options around love leads to areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant to move forward successfully. If you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well. If you're not with anyone, you may have Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, a Gemini, or a Sagittarius coming in. Happiness comes in around love moving forward.
Mom.
Yeah.
So look at me.
Mimi, my ex Junior just texted me what are his intentions.
Oh God, my mother.
He doesn't have any intentions.
My mother.
No, he doesn't have any intentions. Is he getting back to you about something or reaching back out to you? Did you reach out to him recently and he's replying? He doesn't have any specific intentions, but what's going to happen here is that this is a cycle that's going to continue to go around. So I know it looks like he was getting back to you or he was responding to something. And if you continue, then the cycle is going to start again, but it's not really going anywhere. You're just going to relive the same relationship. Show empathy, career.
Show empathy. Career.
Exploring your options could lead to a new opportunity where somebody makes you an offer that will be hard to turn down, and life is moving forward towards greener pastures successfully. Don't be afraid to throw it out into the universe and see what's out there. You may find something that pushes life forward. Oh, thank you, Mr. Maurice. Thank you, thank you. Good luck with everything, but it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be good, I believe. Where am I? I think I'm up to Alpha for General. Avery, please calm down.
The one that's in front of you.
What's in front of me?
The one that was in front of that question. Guys, look.
You've got a disappointment heals and moves into the past, and life moves forward. A new beginning on the horizon that could lead to success around work, school, or business. On top of that, you may be thinking about a new side business, side project, side hustle. Having choices and options around social activity could lead you to success. Listen to your intuition, and a disappointment heals.
What do you see me doing?
Avery, you need to go to sleep.
You see me dancing over here.
I
right?
do.
Show them how I'm dancing.
Raymond, the toxic coworker is becoming a real pain in the ass. Will my complaint be effective? How will his reaction be when it reaches management?
You turn me.
You know what? Your complaint is going to be effective. Yeah. You know, it's like he's funny because when he gets called out, like he kind of retreats, and you may see him like pull his energy back or get kind of quiet, but he has to stop this bullshit because he's going to end up getting fired if he doesn't. He's got a lot of trouble coming in here and a lot of anxiety here, and a lot of people are not going to take it. So he better cut the shit.
Yeah.
Avery, quiet.
Okay, God, I'll shut my mouth.
Well, because Avery, I know you're going to say something bad.
Yay!
Kelly, love.
I want to see something bad. I think I know.
Okay, when it comes to love, you have happiness here. You have life moving forward towards greener pastures, and you have new beginnings on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, there's new energy coming in that may be Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Could be slow and steady wins the race, but life is still moving forward. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Listen to your intuition. A new journey begins. C11, General. You've got, you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. Money comes in, finances improve, a disappointment heals and moves into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon. You may be spending time with a Leo. Could have a new job or business opportunity coming in, and you're no longer holding yourself back. That's pretty good. Liz, for the next 24. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. And then you may be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. An old wound heals and moves into the past. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and you could have success coming in around work, school, or business. Nisha, General. Anxiety eases, and an old wound heals and moves into the past. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant may now start to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life is moving forward, and you're ready for it. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Kimon, General. Kimon, General. You've got a wish comes true, and you have happiness coming in around like work, school, or business. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward and anxiety eases. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you may be spending time with a Leo or another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. What do you got?
Let me get to painting.
I don't think it's here.
What? It is.
In the songs and stories? No.
No, it actually is. It actually is.
Here, right?
No, Mom, it's not there, okay? I swear it's here, okay? It's like there's painting right here, okay? No, what if I do this and do that? Okay, games. Okay, so we switch.
It says amusement park.
Amusement park.
Lullabies. Stories.
Okay, well, I kind of like the games.
All right.
Games park.
Maggie, General for Monday for my daughter. Monday looks like a pretty decent day. Feeling ambitious, she should be able to accomplish whatever she sets her mind to, and it could lead her to choices and options around social activity. Something may happen that makes her happy with the sun. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures, and success comes in around work, school, or business. Not bad. Susie T, the Capricorn, and I, what's coming? I heard from him today. There could be more communication that comes in, and then you may see one another relatively soon. It's a little slow, but you may see each other maybe before the end of the month. Bernard, general reading. General reading. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to successfully this month. Maybe spending time with a Virgo or an Aries. Areas of your life that have been slow to move forward may now start to move forward, and money may come in. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. But finances look good. Pretty good. Georgia, love. When it comes to love, you've got choices and options. You have commitment here. If you're already with this person, things look good. If you're not with anyone, you have Earth coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have life coming into balance. You have romance possible with a Libra. Don't look back on the past. Life is moving forward successfully. Not bad. Not too bad. Mimi, he replied to the message of me asking how he was. Now he's asking me how I've been. Do you see him apologizing or seeing me? Does he have intentions of reconciliation? No. See, you reached out to him. He's responding. So has not had any intentions of, this relationship has been a cycle. It's going around and around in a circle. It's not getting any better. If you decide to keep talking to him, you're going to relive the same situation. He's not apologizing. He's not any different. You opened the door to this. I don't know what your intentions were or why you reached out to him, but the way it reads is that you had an excuse to reach out to him. Now he's replying, but he didn't reach out to you to start a relationship, although he could at some point, but it's going to be the same thing. This situation is not going to change. So you have to make the decision as to whether or not you want to entertain this. You see what I'm saying? It's like you opened up the door for what was the purpose. You know, like most of the time, just in general, generally speaking, of all the people I've ever read, going back to the ex is never the answer. Very rarely is it the answer. But in this situation, it's like you opened the door by reaching out to him. He's responding, but he didn't like wake up having an epiphany that he wants to apologize and make things right. Thing is that he could tell you that, and he would be full of shit. But he could tell you that, and if you entertain it, you go right back down the same road, which is fine because you have free will. You could choose that. But I can't sit here and tell you that this is going to be any different than it's been. And how, I don't know how long this has been going on, but the way that it reads, it's going on a long time. This is not something that just happened. So like for you, you have to figure out, what are your intentions? Why did you reach out to him? Because that opened the door, and now here we are back again. And it's not like there's no improvement around it. Like it is what it is. And if you don't care, that's fine. You can do what you want. But if you're looking for him to be a different person and step up and have like a real relationship with you, you're going to be disappointed. Yeah. Okay. You texted him because you saw somebody on the news that he worked with got shot. Is that okay? But that's an excuse to reach out to him. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like when people say, well, it's his birthday or his mom is sick. Those are all excuses to reach out. Underneath it, it's like you wanted to speak to him. Otherwise, you wouldn't have. Because there are plenty of people in my life that the shit is happening. I'm not reaching out to them. I don't want to open the door. But So you have to figure out for yourself, what is it that you want from him? Because somebody getting hurt at his job, what does that have to do? Why would you have to reach out to him for that? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's like a butt dial. It's like accidentally calling. It's like, that's not, it was an excuse to reach out to him. And that's not protecting you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you need to protect yourself unless you don't care. There are plenty of people that don't care. They just want to hang out. They just want to hook up. That's fine. But if you're looking to be in a relationship where it has potential for long term, it has potential for marriage, it has potential to be well functioning with other people not interfering in it, this wouldn't be the situation. And trying to make it that, it's not working. So reaching out to him for any reason, it's going against what's in your best interest. If, like I said, this is what you want. Because it's keeping him around for what reason? He's not any different. Anyhow. But that's for you to decide. Oh, where did I see get shot? Got injured. Okay. I just heard. This was some fucking twisted situation, let me tell you. But my friend, the one that didn't date anybody for 12 years, when she hooked up with this one person, finally, after she came out of the 12 years, I can't even tell you what kind of terrible situation this was for everyone that was involved. But she actually went to this therapist to talk about this relationship. And the therapist used to say to her all the time, he's poison, stay away from him. He's poison. And she used to always say to me, but she used to make the voice of the therapist, he's poison, stay away from him. But I understand what the therapist was saying to her. It took her a long time to break away from that situation, but she did. But it was bad. It was bad. While that lasted, it was bad. Anyway. I think I'm up to Lily. Life for me for the next 6 months. Hoping that you see something exciting. My love life is boring. Things are boring. All work and no excitement. Not good. You got life is moving forward, though. You have an air sign here, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You have life moving forward towards greener pastures. You have cooperation and compromise coming in around both personal and professional relationships. A wish may come true. You could be planning travel. You could have like group activities, whether it's a group of friends, a group of family. New beginnings on the horizon. Your love life's not going to be boring forever because you have new people coming in. You have air, you also have fire, and you have new beginnings. So yeah, it's not going to stay like this. This just may be a little bit of a rough moment. Mel, I wouldn't care what happened to my last ex. He can cease to exist for all I care. I get it. I get it. For me, it's not so much exes. For me, I've had too many like people that have just done shitty things that I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't. Yeah. And it goes back to the same thing. We have to be honest with ourselves, right? It doesn't matter. When we like a lot of times people are like, well, what are his intentions with me? What are your intentions? Like, what are you hoping is going to happen? Like, why are you doing this? And that's like, when someone says, oh, well, should I walk away from the situation? Should I disconnect from the situation? What are your intentions? And so a lot of times I don't even think that people know, especially on TikTok, when I'm like, what are you looking for? And they can't seem to tell me what they're looking for. And I'm like, but what do you want? What is it that you want from the situation? Yeah, it's like, if you don't know, that's fine, but you have to figure that out. Anyhow. Brianna, if Alonzo gets his money from me, will he start acting funny? What do you mean by acting funny? I'm only calling to make sure it was him that got hurt. Good. That's good. Lucinda, my cousin Jessica is poisoned too, and her new boyfriend told me, and I told him, I told you. I wanted him to find out himself after I told him how she was crazy and toxic. Everyone's got to find out on their own. I'm giving him money for his birthday. Will he stop talking to me? So you're giving him money that you owe him, or you're just giving him money and you're hoping that he leaves you alone after that? Is that it? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Oh, is he using you for money? Okay, let's see. I don't know that he's using you for money, but it sure is a good perk. I'd be careful. I'd be careful with this. Only because, and you know, once again, it goes back to whether or not you're okay with it. If you continue to give him money, you may keep him around. But is that what you want? You got to figure that out. Anyhow. I don't think he's specifically using you for money, but I think it is it's a good selling point. It's a good reason to kind of stick around. Anyhow. Yeah, you know what made me really realize that you have to figure things out yourself? Nobody can tell you. And it didn't have anything to do with a romantic relationship. It was a family member that I had gotten involved with. And at the time, I thought that this person was going to be helpful. And and everybody that knew this woman was like, don't get involved. Don't get involved. And I was like, how bad can it be? I learned real fast how bad it was going to be. And me being who I am, a people pleaser, I couldn't detach. No matter how I tried, I couldn't detach. And then finally something happened that really sent me over the edge. But that I had to figure it out myself. Like people would say to me, don't do it. Don't let that happen. I'm telling you. And I was like, oh, that's not true. They were right. They were right. But we have to figure it out on our own. We can't tell people, and people can't tell us. We figure it out eventually. But I do get a little upset with myself because then I'm like, why did I have to torture myself for so long when I could have shut this down earlier, which was what I should have done. Anyway, you live and you learn. Brianna, does Alonzo have any intentions for us? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah. I would be careful with this situation because if you're not in a committed relationship with him, I don't think he's looking for commitment. I mean, if you are in a committed relationship, it looks like he's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The Three of Pentacles is in reverse. Pallavi, love. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward successfully, which could lead you to a committed relationship. If you're already with this person, things should be functioning well. If you're not with anyone, you got fire coming in, but especially Sagittarius. You have water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but especially Scorpio. And then old wounds heal and your luck changes for the better. Life can move forward. If you're undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Hello, 3 weeks from now. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You have choices and options that happen around, choices and options that may be coming in around like social activity. And then a wish may come true. Finances may be improving. Cinnamon, how will the rest of the month of March go for me? Yeah, it should go well. A disappointment heals and you have choices and options that push life forward towards greener pastures. Money comes in, finances improve. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life begins to move forward. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It should be a pretty decent month. Say my ex could go to hell for all I care. Yeah, but you finally got to that point, right? There may have been a point, because I know for me, like there have been times, like I went through that situation for like 8 or 10 years with that Aquarius. And it was a lot of that crazy back and forth, off and on again kind of nonsense. So I lived that hell. I know what it's like. And it took me a long time to get over it. But when I got over it, I got over it. And now it's like, I don't feel anything. Like as a human, I like him as a human. I think he's funny. I don't mind like meeting him to go for a walk every once in a while. But I haven't felt anything. And it's so freeing to be like over that, where no matter what these people in the past have done, it just doesn't affect you anymore. You just don't care. But you got to get to that point. And
Yeah, you have to get to that point.
got to get to that point.
Gotta get to that point.
Red, how'd the family sitting across feel about S&I? Like it was just some family at the restaurant that like, it wasn't your family, right? It was just like some random family. They didn't really seem to have strong emotion. They maybe thought that you were like having a good time, fun, pleasant, down to earth, intriguing, interesting. Yeah. Blaze, general. Yeah, I don't think I did this one. Blaze, general. You have cooperation and compromise is favored around work, school, or business, and the solution to a problem is in front of you. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or receive good news. A wish comes true. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. You may be feeling better, compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. You also could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Red, how'd they feel with what I said, or they did not? How did they feel about what I said, or they didn't hear you? Is that it? Whatever you said, I don't know if it didn't make sense to them, because it's like unsuccessful. Maybe it's that they didn't hear it. I was unsuccessful. Did you say something that could have put them in their place? I think that they were unsure or unsuccessful, or maybe they didn't realize what you said, or that you were talking to them, or yes, there's something that was disconnected. Dr. Sony, general. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and life begins to move forward. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Life comes into balance. With the Empress, you've got love and money coming in, or more of it, and you may be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Ruchi, what's coming in next in love? You could have choices and options that come in around love. Perseverance pays off and life moves forward. Life is coming into balance, and you may be spending time with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or a Scorpio. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Exploring your options leads to life coming back into balance. Pretty good. Lucinda, general for the next 10 days. For the next 10 days, you may have time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, money coming in, finances improving. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. You may be spending time with a Virgo or a Gemini, or maybe even a Cancer, and then life comes into balance. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan can make you feel relieved. Metal Rain, in a previous reading, it was said that Ileana was going to try and reach out to me. What's her reasoning? Maybe trying to test the waters to see where she stands with you, to see if you're still mad at her. Yeah, like testing the waters kind of nonsense. Yeah, I wouldn't give her an inch. I don't think you will. But once again, it's free will. You can do what you want. Ivo, may I please have a reading on finances over the next 2 weeks? Financiers, like you're looking to finance something. Is that what it is? Things could change for you for the better quickly when somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Being guided by the divine leads to success. Areas of your life that have been slow to move forward may now start to move forward. That's pretty good. Sag rising, general, for the rest of March. You have a wish comes true, a disappointment heals and moves into the past. And although it may be slow and steady wins the race, life is moving forward. Maybe spending time with an Aquarius, a wish comes true. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relief. And a disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Pretty good. Raymond, will Teresa from the union want to speak with me again because I've been exposing the union and putting a lot of pressure on them? What do you see? Yeah, that's going to happen. Yeah, because there's going to be more that comes out. Yeah, you're going to have to discuss it. Yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. They got to follow the rules. Worry about the dog. She's not nice to the dog. It's like, why have a dog if you're not going to be nice to it? I don't get it. Like, let somebody else have it. I don't understand that. Tristan, any advice for my job search? Should I quit? Should you quit looking for a job? No. Perseverance pays off. You may hear from somebody out of the clear blue sky that could bring you a new job or business opportunity. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You have a wish that comes true, and you have success coming in around new opportunities. Macy, can I get a general for the rest of the weekend? Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and life begins to move forward. Money comes in, finances improve, and then perseverance pays off. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. An old wound is healing and moving into the past. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I got someone that sent through PayPal. I don't see them in the chat. The initials here are ZE. I'm not going to read it out loud, but if your initials are ZE, okay, I'm not 100% sure of what you're asking. Like, does he love his wife? Yes. Does he have intentions by posting? My thing here is with anybody, I don't care who you are, do not try to communicate with people. Do not try to draw conclusions. Do not write stories from anything that is posted on Facebook, Instagram, or anything else on social media, because it's all bullshit. I don't think he's trying to put forth some kind of a story for you or anybody else with whatever was posted. I don't know what the picture was of. The situation exactly is that he is married and he's not leaving his wife. So I don't know where you fit into this situation. You say you haven't spoken in a long time. I wouldn't, I would stay away from it. Yeah, I would stay away from it because I don't see him leaving. That's the thing. Now, once again, it's a free will. If you don't care and you want to do what you want, that's your business. I don't, I'm not judging you. Do whatever you want. But if you think that he's leaving, I don't see him leaving. Yeah. As of right now, anyway. Danielle, will I find a high-paying job? It might take some time, but yeah, you could find a decent job that pays well. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what high paying is to you, but there is opportunity out there if you're willing to search for it. Yes. Nat, what's coming in next in love, single Virgo? New beginnings on the horizon, possible with Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Don't look back on the past. Life is moving forward, and it moves forward successfully when you explore your options. You may also have another Earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Raymond, love for the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. Life could change for you for the better quickly. You may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But of the fire signs, Leo comes up the strongest. You have a wish that comes true around life moving forward, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Looks pretty good. Oh, yes, see, I finished your question. Yeah. Brianna, do you see me getting into MSU for their mathematics program? I think you could get into it, yeah.
I can't believe I found a name.
Adonis, I'm reading it now. I don't think that you're wrong. No, I don't think you're wrong. I don't know if his intentions were to be more on the other side, but I think that that's the way that he came across. I think he may have been trying to almost like play devil's advocate or something, and it just didn't work. Yeah, it just didn't work. Yeah, he shows as being a little bit out of balance, or like things are misaligned between the two of you, you and the reader. And that may be why you felt disappointed. It's okay if you take a little break from him, and I think you could still go back at some point. It was too short. I answered like 3 questions and you only paid for one. I answered for the picture on the Facebook. I answered for him being in love with his wife and what is the situation. How is that too short? And you said that you haven't been speaking to him, so I'm not sure how much more clarification you need. What's very bad?
I need mommy.
What I don't understand what's very bad. You sent 3 questions, you paid for one. I answered all 3 of them. So what more clarification do you need? Unless I'm missing something, I'm not really sure what you're unhappy with.
Mom,
What?
get all done?
No, not yet. Avery, I have to finish what I'm doing. Stop. Just because you've been with somebody doesn't mean that they don't still love their wife. Yeah, I mean, like if you think that, like, logically speaking, just because somebody hooks up with you means that they're gonna leave their wife, it's not. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. See, here's the thing, and you can look this up if you don't believe me. The male brain does not produce oxytocin. I think it's oxytocin. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Adonis knows the answer to this. When they have sex, the female does. So the man has to be in love first before he has sex. If he doesn't, if he's not in love first, it doesn't become love. That's why all these people that are out there having friends with benefits and they're thinking, well, I'll be in a relationship with him eventually. No, you won't. When he moves on to a relationship, it's not going to be with you because he has to fall in love first. He needs the emotional connection. He needs the love first. And that has to happen before the sexual connection. So if you're hooking up with somebody and they have not left and they haven't made the decision to leave, they're not going to leave. They haven't left. So I don't. Okay, well, maybe I'm not understanding it, but the question that you said was that you hadn't spoken in some time. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? TVAC for the next 48. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life could move forward. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off, and you may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could have money coming in. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, redecorating your home, whatever it is. It would be positive. Red, general for next week. Oh, I skipped. That's okay. Let me do red and I'll go back. If you're undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan could make you feel relief, and you're feeling grounded and stable around finances. New beginnings on the horizon can lead you to success around work, school, or business, and you may be feeling like could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Ray. When they do investigation on the toxic coworker, will everyone say that he's a problem? How do you see it playing out? Yeah, I think everybody that has a problem with him will say he's a problem. Absolutely. It looks like this guy has really rubbed everybody the wrong way, huh? I mean, in a way, it's kind of sad because he thought he was doing the right thing, but it wasn't. Yeah, the people that don't like him will, yeah, they will speak up. Ladybug, today Juan asked, what is my insurance deductible? What is he up to? I don't think he's up to anything. I think he's just trying to get an idea of like what things cost or like what the average is. You know, like he may just be feeling around, like, I don't know if he's looking for his own interest, but his own insurance. But I don't think he plans on doing anything. I don't think I don't think he can do anything. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what you're asking. Like, what would he be up to? Um, TVET I did. It was a weird question. Leo son, why is this doctor continuously making me do more and more tests? I still don't have a diagnosis. I think that's why. I think he's trying to find a diagnosis. And I think that I think he could I think one of his tests may come to, it may show something at some point. So I think he's trying to like do whatever he, like throw everything, like throw it, like even the kitchen sink at it to try to figure out what it is. I know, that's annoying, right? Let me go to my email, Adonis. Hang on for a sec. Okay, I got it. Yeah. I get that too. Yeah, this person still has feelings, no doubt. No doubt. And, you know, in a way, they may also be a little bit embarrassed of the way that they've acted. Like, there's a whole lot of, like, I don't want to make excuses for them, but it's almost like they're harder on themselves than they let on. So even though it may look like to the outside, like they do crazy things, right? It's like you would think that you wouldn't self-sabotage yourself like that if it made you feel so bad, but this person does that anyway, and then they kind of punish themselves for it. Kind of in a way I understand it, because it sort of reminds me a little bit of things I've done to myself in the past. Like why would you, like why would you do that? It's not in your best interest. And yeah, their feelings are still there. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that. But I think that like their level of embarrassment may be a little bit different, or I don't know if we want to say worse or stronger than other people. Like other people may kind of shrug things off, where I think they kind of like overthink things, which I understand that too. Oh, it's the same test over and over again? I would ask him. Like, he thinks that this same test is going to show something. Yeah, I would ask him. I would ask him. I don't know what the test has to do with, but this just came to mind. I'm not a doctor, but I used to watch Dr. Mama Jones. I'm pretty sure that it was Dr. Mama Jones. I think it had to be her. And she said, and this was right after the time that I had Avery, and I was having a hard time losing weight. And you people are always like, have your hormones checked. Everybody was always saying that. Well, it's your hormones are out of balance. Check your hormones. Anyway, so I must have Googled it or something and it came up and she said that hormones fluctuate. So if you have your hormones checked in the morning, they may be different in the afternoon and they could be different at night. Like the hormone thing, like that's not really a true thing. So I don't know if this test has something to do with that. Like it could be something that maybe it's like maybe you got to hit it just right in order for it to show whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Also, another thing is lately, they haven't told me to fast when I went to give blood, and I'm like, I always thought that you had to fast. I mean, I always did fast, just because I don't eat in the morning. I'm not hungry, but I'm like, isn't it weird that they don't tell you that you don't can't eat? But anyhow, like if you eat in the morning and then go for blood, isn't your insulin going to be higher than if you haven't eaten? I don't know. So maybe it's something like that. But I would ask him because that's very weird. Bright as light, can you tell me what Rafai's current feeling and thinking of me? Is he out to get me? I don't think that he's really out to get you. No, he seems like disconnected and slow. Yeah, I don't see much happening here. I mean, like I don't know that you're on his mind enough to even say that he's out to get you right now. Hawaii may have a general for the next 48. Success comes in around whatever it is you're investing time in. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and anxiety eases and moves into the past. New beginnings on the horizon that lead to success. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. If you're undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You may have choices and options around social activity. Leo Sun, 24-hour cortisol, midnight saliva. And saliva I've done 9, and only 1 came back positive. But 24 urine is always elevated. For cortisol? Okay. Some doctors do more tests to confirm diagnosis. Coco, general for the rest of the weekend. For the rest of the weekend, take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Brings in cause for celebration. Slow and steady wins the race. Life comes into balance. You're no longer holding yourself back, and you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Cosmic, just got my interview for the office job at the senior place. Will I go on the 2nd floor and get the offer? I think that could happen. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. EQ, how does Allie feel towards Emma? May find her to be a nice person, somebody who is like kind, caring, or sincere, a loyal friend. Metal Rain, it's funny, I caught myself emphasizing names after being... Oh, Avery was doing that? It's Carol. There's Carol. And she says it with that voice. My neighbor was driving by. Oh, look, it's Carol. She has that, does that because my brother does that. Like he'll talk like that. I don't know why, but he does. Like joking around kind of. It's not his real accent. And then she imitates him. Oh, look, it's Carol. Oh, she did. She started with Pallavi. That's true. I remember. Hawaii, I answered for you already. Cosmic, how about the Marriott? Do you see an offer with them? Super nervous to interview with them, but this is my top choice. I think you could get that, and I think that that would be a great opportunity. It looks like a good opportunity to move up the level. I don't know why. Why do I feel like hotels are just, there's something comforting about them? I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's just the feeling I get. I remember at one point I wanted to work at one of the local hotels. I can't remember why I didn't go for it. I can't remember what the problem was. Maybe it didn't fit into my schedule. I don't remember, but I don't know. Don't you feel like there's something comforting in being in a hotel? I don't know why. I just do. I just do. I think that the hotel that my dad stayed at when he came up last Christmas, I think it was like an extended stay Marriott residence. And that one was really nice. The only thing I didn't like about it is that the pool wasn't heated and the water really wasn't warm enough to go in like the wintertime. But otherwise, it had a fireplace and the bar was like right in the lobby, and the breakfast was free soap.
Mom, stop. Mom, stop. Just do your work.
Avery.
I know. Just so I would be able to say give you hockey.
Okay, so you can give me hugs. I've not been in a hotel in a while, but I do like some soap and putting it in my pocket. Melanie, I got in the kick of Airbnbs. Now hotels went up. Oh, I've never stayed in an Airbnb, but I remember a really long time ago, a really, really, really long time ago. God, I can't even remember how long ago. I was having work done in my house, and I stayed at like the Holiday Inn. And there was just something about like getting up in the morning and just making the coffee and going out the door and not having to do anything. Not that I do a whole lot here. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot here. But and then coming back and the room is made. And then like I would come back to the room, and because what else was I going to do? I would just like relax. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Oh, wow. Metal Rain, that's excellent. New love. I feel my self-confidence is very bad. How can I change that? Affirmations. Affirmations and little things. So remember, small little goals bring in big success. You know, so whatever it is that you like, you're having a problem with self-confidence. Like I know a lot of people have a problem public speaking. You don't have to stand up and give a speech for an hour, but if you talk for 5 minutes in front of a group of people, you're going to start to build your confidence, and after a while it's not even going to faze you. And it's not going to faze you when you trip over your words or you say something stupid. You just get past it. But like little goals will help with your confidence and wherever it is that you feel that you're lacking. And then another thing, like this is, I never had a whole lot of confidence, but when I wanted to become a yoga teacher, I knew that I was going to have to kind of push, because it's like there's so many, like it's saturated and there's not a whole lot of classes. So if you don't kind of advocate for yourself, you're going to kind of get lost. And I wasn't that person. I had to be that person. Hey, I want to work. I want to work. I want to work. Oh, can you do it? Yeah, I can do it. And then figure out how you're going to make it happen. Anyhow, so what I would say to myself is, why can somebody else do it and you can't? Why? Like, why can Joe teach the class, but I can't? Or why can Sally make more money, but I can't? Why? And I would have to say to myself, I'm just as good as them. Why am I not as good as them? And it kind of takes a little bit of a moment where you really have to say to yourself, like, if I don't do it now, when am I going to do it? I remember I worked with this woman who was She was married, but she didn't have any kids. Her husband had money to begin with. I don't think that she really needed to work, but he was a dickhead to her, so whatever. Anyhow, and she'd been driving around in like an old car, and it was time for her to get a new car, and she was like hemming and hawing over buying this. I think it was a Lexus, and it was really nice. It was like a metallic-y, like red color that was like reminded me of the Ruby Slippers kind of. And she was like back and forth about, should I buy it? Maybe I should buy a used car. And I was like, how old are you? 50? If you don't buy it now, when are you going to buy it? Like when are you going to deserve the new car? When you're 60? When you're 70? I mean, when? Buy it. She bought it. She bought it. But so I kind of like give that to myself when I feel like I'm struggling with confidence. Like, why can everybody else do it, but I can't? I don't know. Hope that helps. Anyway. Oh, I did not know that about Death Valley. But I always felt like Death Valley, there was something intriguing about it. Dollface, next 48. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition and a wish comes true. Cooperation and compromise is suggested around whatever it is that you're working on or whoever you're spending time with. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief. New love is true. I've been stuck doing nothing just because I feel like I can't or I won't be good at things. And what happens if you're not good? You know, my friend always says to me, she goes, so you don't have to be good. You know, like I'm ice skating. Like I'm a fucking old lady compared to these ice skaters, right? Like these kids that are like doing all these crazy things and they're 12. And I'm like their grandmother, like really. And my friend's like, do you enjoy it? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, do you like learning? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, do you feel good? I'm like, yeah. She's like, who cares? I mean, it's true. I mean, and I think as you get older, you could just care less. Same thing when I started singing, when I went to my voice coach, when I started, I was 29. And she was like I had a whole, like growing up thinking I couldn't sing. My voice is very low. Everybody, all the sopranos always got the parts. Nobody ever wanted me to sing with them in the school. Like the teacher never, the music teacher, like, you know, I could tell, I could pick up the music teacher didn't like me. I wasn't very good. And I'll never forget. The song was You're a Friend of Mine. I don't know if you know it, but anyhow, it's Daryl Hannah. And it's very high. It's like, oh, you can depend on me. Like, really, it's and I auditioned for it. I didn't know any better. It's like nobody said to me, listen, you shouldn't be singing. You shouldn't be singing that. You shouldn't be trying. You should be this. Nobody, they didn't back then. They didn't care. They were like, no, she's not good at that. No, like even when I took ice skating lessons as a kid, I heard the teachers talking, oh, she's not going to be able to do that. She's not going to do it. And I remember being so annoyed that I did it. It was called Shoot the Duck. And it was where you had to bend down and skate like bent down with one leg out. I thought I was going to fall. I was afraid. I had no confidence. And then I had to hear that. And I remember that day just feeling so mad. And I did it. I mean, they passed me. But I could tell the teachers didn't really like me. Anyway, or they didn't think that I was good. But so what? So you're not good. So what? Isn't that why you're there? Like that's where I was going with the singing story. So one time I'm in Atlantic City with one of my friends and we're talking about, oh, what would you do if money wasn't an option? What would your job be? And I said, oh, I would be a singer. And she was like, why didn't you ever take voice lessons? Because I played the guitar, played the piano. Anyway. And I'm like, well, because I can't sing. And she's like, wouldn't that be why you would take lessons? And it was like such an aha moment. Like, why didn't I think of that? Like I wasn't born knowing how to play the guitar. Wasn't born learning how to play the piano. Why would I be born knowing how to sing? So I went and I started taking lessons. And it turns out that I guess I never really, Nobody ever, people don't teach you unless you go and take lessons, but you have to have somebody as a child take you, right? And my mother didn't do that. So I was just told, hey, you can't do this. And I was like, oh, okay, I can't do it until I got old enough to not care. And then I remember being just me and the teacher and having such blocks and feeling like so nervous when I knew nobody else could hear me. And even if they could hear me, they wouldn't know it was me because I felt like I wasn't going to be good enough. And the teacher would say, she's like, this is a psychological block for you, because it would be the same note. She'd be like, you already sang that note over here. So why aren't you singing it? Why are you purposely missing it? You can hit it. Why was I doing that? And it's like, because I didn't believe I could do it, but I could do it. And I had to get so mad at myself because you were told your whole life you couldn't do it. You were told so now you believe that you can't do it. And if you're not that good, who cares? So what? So what? Do it anyway because you like it. Allah, will I pass my exam in April? I think you're going to pass it. Oh, good night, Metal. Have a good night. Scooby-Doo, how does my ex feel? I can't answer that question. I need to know these people's names. Yeah, my one friend, she's not taking it anymore, but she was taking, it's very expensive, like adult dance classes. And she's older than me. Like, I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's older than me. And she's like, I am so bad. And she's like, I don't care. And she was actually going to do one of the recitals or whatever you call them. But it was really because of finances that she decided not to, not because she cared if she screwed it up. But you have to get a dress and you have to have the dress fitted. It's not the kind of thing where you could just, throw on something like this. You have to actually spend a whole lot of money. And the lessons were very expensive. Like she said, she spent thousands doing these lessons. And she's like, I'm not good at it, but I don't care. Do you know what she always says? And this is true. You have to show up for yourself. You have to show up for yourself. Even if you're not good, even if you feel like someone's going to what's somebody going to say? Like, that's what I thought to myself when I did the ice show. I'm like, if anybody's going to make fun of me, they could put my skates on. I'm a size 6.5. They could give it a shot and see how they do. But I actually found the exact opposite. I found that a lot of adults were like, oh my God, that took a lot of guts. I didn't really feel like it took guts because I felt like these people see me skating all the time. So what is the difference, right? Like, what's the difference if they see me skating around in public skating or if they're watching me on the bench? They're the same people. So what difference does it make? Like, to me, it wasn't like I wasn't trying out for the Olympics. I was skating with the average Joe. And that's what the ice show was. Average Joe is there with their kids. Their kids are in the ice show. I just happened to be in it. Anyway. Maktab, general. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relief. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Maybe spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Andy, was it a spirit? What does spirit want me to know right now? You have money coming in. Anxiety eases around money. That could make you happy. You may be planning travel. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. A disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Is there anybody here that I haven't answered for? Oh my goodness, that was stupid. Anybody else here haven't answered for? Adonis, I have to call my advisor Monday because I have a question for him. We met Thursday, but I didn't think of it. Energy around this. I don't need many classes to graduate. I just kind of want it over with. Yeah, I don't blame you. Oh, the energy around the call that you have to do? Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if you don't get through right away and you have to wait for him to call you back. But that conversation should be fine. Payment time frame until I see change in my body as I'm dieting and working out regularly. Maybe late spring. Mel, what are my chances of getting hired at the tech field prior to getting my degree? Got about a 70% chance that you'll get hired. Yeah, it's like you're already on your way to getting the degree. You could get the job before and then just finish what you need to finish. Yeah, that could happen. Lose, general. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life may change for you for the better quickly when you're clear about your wants and needs. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may reconnect with somebody from the past, or you may run into someone you haven't seen in a while. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. You may have a new job or business opportunity coming in. Anybody else here that I have an answer for? Oh, you're welcome. All right, then I'm going to wrap it up. I have to do the astrology update. And then I got to get her to go to bed. You still awake? Oh, maybe she fell asleep. You fall asleep? You too. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. What time? I don't know. I think I'll probably be back from the rink probably around maybe 11-ish. We'll see. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.